Hello and welcome back to another game on Arena, a 1v1 between Slam in blue, playing as the Chinese, and his opponent today, DraCoNT, or DraCoNT, in purple as the Byzantines. And in this game, it's not the only one I'm going to show, it's like part one, as Slam played, like one day later, played the same matchup, not against the same opponent, but it was again Chinese against Byzantines. So I want to show you what he did in this game, and maybe the differences to the other game as well, but it's going to be a new video. For this one, we're going to see a little bit about the build order Slam is going to do. We're going to see an archer build with a siege tower hop, and therefore I want to show you what Slam is doing to actually get there. And as you can see, he's got 3 ibex, I guess it's 3, quite close to the TC. He had a sheep early on, and now he's luring the first ibex in, which is a very good idea. I'm not sure about the boars. Can he see them already? I guess he can. They are the sheep to the back here, 1 boar to the top, and he's sending 1 villager there already, as we have 6, 7 villagers underneath the TC. That's another one, and 4 on wood, but he doesn't have the or didn't have the wood for a mill. Now he has it, and it's pretty standard builder from here on. He's got 8 villagers on food. That's pretty much the number you need to compensate for that food lack, or for that lack of food that you have. But that's all right for now, and I guess it's gonna be quite standard. You need to get a good build order as a Chinese if you want to play them successfully. But then it's all pretty fine, and I guess Slam should be ahead in villages even, like by a little bit. Slam is 18, DraCoNT only on 17, and Slam of course has the loom already. It also means he usually needs to send 3 villages on gold, or maybe to go to gold a little bit earlier. Getting the second boar in, still 4 villages on wood, 4 on mill, nothing special, and everything else underneath the TC. For now he's got a very decent food income, and he will be fine here. A lot of villagers on the board, that's almost too many. He's now building another house, building another farm as well, and 10, that's like the maximum number you should go for in my opinion, because more than 10 and it's going to be really chaotic. Sending another villager to wood, building another farm, and that means 5 on 1 lumber camp. He's now going to build a second lumber camp on the other side. In the meantime, he's scouting a little bit. I'm not going to go for the map too heavily, as I want to see how he's proceeding underneath the TC with 9 villagers on 1 sheep now. Now it's 8, but that's still a lot. And he's going to stay with the 8 villagers. Got 5 more villagers on the other lumber camp. That's 5 plus 5 here, 4 villagers on the berries. It's not 5, which you could go for as the Chinese. And now as he's clicking up to feudal age, he's sending 3 villagers to gold, and that should give him enough gather time to actually make it a 200. He is also going for a barracks now, as he wants to go for that archer build, and that means only 6 villagers now on sheep. That's the 5 plus 5, yep, and building another house as well. So I think this villager is pretty much going to be a building villager. Maybe he's going to be sent to wood as well, or to gold, both possible. The 6 villagers from the sheep, 4 were what is it called? Beforehand they were on sheep, I'm not sure how it's called. They are going to wood now, and we're going to see the archer range and the blacksmith. And Slam is sending another villager to gold, so he got 4 now only on wood, as he's sending 2 more to gold. 1 villager even going forward, trying to hit that scout, and that means 4 on the mill, 5 plus 5 on the wood lines, 4 villagers on a straggler tree here, and then it's going to be 8 villagers on that main gold, which is a lot. Slam has a lot of wood in the bank, and as you can see here, would have enough to go for a second archer range even, which he's not going to do. Instead, let's find out, did he spend some wood for anything else other than archers? Now he's queued up 2, and now he's going for another farm. He's actually building a lot of farms, waiting for the Porcelana upgrade, and he is using a total of 12 villagers on food. That's 10 farms, that's 2 on the remaining berries, and there's quite a bit remaining. So in a very interesting build order, he's going for archers, did not go for fletching yet, not quite sure if he's going to do it, but crossbowmen will be there. Main gold from forward, second gold inside forward, the third gold far in the back, and very safe, the main stone safe on the back, and that second stone I think somewhere outside, or am I wrong? No, on the right hand side it's outside. Let's quickly go for the DraCoNT's map, as he has a main gold safe in the back, second gold safe in the back, the second stone safe in the back here, the main stone forward, and the third gold outside. That's actually pretty equal, and we're going to see a little bit of a scout fight here, but DraCoNT knows about the archers, I guess, or does he know about them? I don't know. DraCoNT is going for a double monastery approach here. Slam going for a crossbowman, going for fletching and bowsaw, and we're going to see a double monastery approach from DraCoNT here. Siege workshop also coming up, and that's 5 soon to be crossbows with +1. That's actually a very decent army for a 17-minute attack, or 18-minute attack that is going for. And he's not going for TCs yet, but he almost got that wood now, as he's queued up the siege tower, and I imagine we're going to see a TC on the wood line somewhere, and maybe one on stone or in gold, both possible. That main goal is not the best ever, but it's okay. And the siege tower is moving forward. Let's quickly go to DraCoNT's point of view, see what he knows about. He can see the scout, but he could also see the siege tower for a split second. I think he didn't see it. Now he's realizing he's sending 3 monks out. He's losing the scout now, and Slam is trying to hunt down those monks. Actually, 1 monk as like as bait to make the crossbow stop, and the other 2 monks, 3, 4 in total now going back. Slam knows about the monks, so he should make sure that he's not getting too many crossbowmen converted. That's actually 5 crossbows against 5 monks. 1 going down, 2 going down, but that's 1 converted, 2 converted crossbows, and only 2 monks, so the attack not really that good, and Slam is going back to DraCoNT with a decent amount of monks still, and he should be able to go for some of those relics. DraCoNT is continuing to produce crossbowmen, got a TC on the main gold now, got another TC on the woodline in the back here, and he's adding in stables, so Slam is really going the military approach in this game. In early castle age, those 2 crossbowmen can be annoying for Slam as well, but it's DraCoNT who is trying to go for the relics and is running away from those crossbowmen, obviously, as he's losing 2 monks here. Nice job by Slam. Now you should see a conversion maybe, but looks like those monks, no, those 4 crossbowmen are actually not getting converted, and now there is scouts on the field, so Slam is going for full map control. The siege tower is still alive. That means DraCoNT is never safe behind his walls, and actually Slam is trying to go in once again. There is 2, 3, 4 more monks waiting, and the barracks now coming up. So DraCoNT, as he has probably 1 relic, no, 2 relics actually for him, and he's on stone, he probably won't be able to go out again to try and grab more of those relics, and Slam is going for number 2 as well. Number 3 and the last one, number 5, on the right hand side, quite open, but Slam apparently is concentrating on the attack now. We have an archer range coming up for DraCoNT as well, and now Slam with 7 or 8, I think it was 7 crossbows, doing a lot of damage, was able to kill like 2 or 3 monks, and there's the archer ranges from DraCoNT. DraCoNT though is almost on the way up to Imperial Age, and as I'm saying this, of course Byzantines, Imperial Age cheaper. He is actually clicked up, cannot go for a castle here, but he will go for either Arbalest or maybe Elite Skirmishes. I think Arbalest makes more sense. DraCoNT has a decent amount of gold available, so he can go for that easily. Going for more archer ranges back at home as well, so not too far forward. Those crossbowmen still inside can still be annoying. Slam also clicked up, but is a little bit behind. And what is DraCoNT going to go for? Elite Skirmisher, Thumbring coming up, so it's going to be the trash composition, I guess. And Slam, now let's quickly see his economy. Did he go for TC number 4? No, he's got 3 TCs up and running, a lot of farms around the mill, but he will be fine here. He's almost got enough stone for a castle now, and usually you want to go Chukunu, obviously, as Slam is building that castle really far forward. This is ambitious. DraCoNT has not the stone, and I'm wrong, he bought the stone for a castle, I guess. Or did he take it here in the back? He did not take stone. I'm not quite sure about that TC. Could have put it 1 more tile to the left. But DraCoNT is up first, and he's going for his castle as well. He is going to be able to go for the first trebuchet here. So Slam is likely going to lose that forward castle. And the crossbowmen now went back, or did they get killed? I'm not quite sure. There's Elite Skirmishes, so I guess Slam lost the crossbowman. DraCoNT for now is fine, and he's up to Imperial Age first and is able to get a trebuchet out. He should be able to take down the castle. If Slam was ahead in that regard, then DraCoNT might have been in real trouble. Now let's see, and a lot of upgrades coming in. DraCoNT also going for the bombard cannons. Slam with the forward siege workshop, stables coming up, so it's going to be a Chukunu light cav, I imagine, and possibly like siege ram, maybe? That's an option at least. Let's find out. Slam is losing the castle for sure, and that's a lot of lead skirmishes for DraCoNT already. And Slam now going for a castle in front of his base. He's got a lot of villagers on that main gold. Can move to second, has a TC on that on that second stone as well, and now is waiting for DraCoNT to make a move, really, as DraCoNT is opening with the elite skirmishers, trebuchets, and now pikemen. He's able to take down a lot of those forward buildings. He's going for his own barracks now outside, and 1 castle is pretty much enough for him. You don't need many castles as the Byzantines. You can go for trebuchets, but you also have the option to go for those bombard cannons, so you will be fine either way here. And now Slam is saying, okay, you have a lot of elite skirmishers, I have light cav, but problem is, those light cav can be countered by pikemen easily. And the skirms as well as the pikemen, of course, very cheap for the Byzantines. So it's easy for DraCoNT to go for a big army numbers really fast, as he has those resources as getting them in or has them in the bank. The light cav moving around, trying to find some victims, trying to get some kills in. I think it's important for DraCoNT to actually stay around those siege units, around the trebuchets, to make sure those light cav cannot go in and do the damage. And Halberdier is done. We have Chukunu with good upgrades, but they are not elite yet. And the question is, can Slam actually ever go for a real Chukunu army? As he's lost another castle, that's the second castle that went down. He's got another one on the right hand side. Actually, another two here is going for siege workshops as well. But DraCoNT is pushing forward with only siege and trash. And that has been a strong combination for quite some time in this game, and it still is. Trebuchets to the front, actually attacking the siege workshop. But now I think DraCoNT knows about the castles on the right hand side, so he's gonna quickly move the trebuchets away from Slam space towards the right hand side and attack those castles immediately. We have Chukunu on the field, and that's 34 light cav plus like 20 something Chukunu, 23 I can see now. But DraCoNT with more than 60 military units is on 81 in total. That's a lot, and now we have the big fight happening. Light cav moving in, not too many Halberdiers in front of the trebuchets, and DraCoNT with a with a misclick maybe, or maybe he thought Slam was going around. So one of the straps went down, and the other one should go down to Chukunu maybe. But at the same time, we have a lot of elite skirmishers sitting away at those Chukunu. And while rocketry is done now, we don't have the elite Chukunu upgrade yet. That castle is halfway down. I think Slam should have the stone to repair, and he can even go for another castle, but he still only has 2 castles. And for Chukunu production, you want like 3, 4, maybe even 5 if you can afford it. So now DraCoNT, as he lost the 2 trebuchets, he was able to take down a good part of Slam's army. And as you can see, DraCoNT is at the score lead. He's pushing, he's got map control more or less. Slam is going with another castle behind those 2, and we have 2 bomber cannons on the field, but Slam with enough army to make sure that DraCoNT cannot just hit at that castle without any resistance, and therefore he is moving back as to send the Halberdiers to the front. I guess that was a missed patrol here. Halberdiers were deciding, yeah, let's attack a house, because why not? Now another trebuchet on the field and 3 bomber cannons. So DraCoNT is still in attack mode, and Slam still trying to fortify his position and then try to counterattack possibly, which is not an option right now. Another castle coming up for DraCoNT here, very ambitious one, pretty much the other part of the middle here, if you say that's the middle of the map, more or less, one on the left, one on the right, that's quite good. It could get attacked from the right hand side here. Slam went for a trebuchet. He could actually take that castle down without too much things DraCoNT could do. It could put a trebuchet here or 2 behind that, but at the same time DraCoNT is still trying to get rid of those castles, and those Chukunu are still not elite. Slam doesn't have a lot of resources, so he cannot really afford that upgrade, and while he has 128 villagers, he spent a lot on military numbers, and we have DraCoNT without too much gold cost here. He's got a lot of gold in the bank. I wonder what he's going to do with all that gold. He only went for traps and bomber cannons. They are expensive, but the cost of gold here is quite low compared to what Slam is doing. So let's see how Slam is going to defend against that row of elite skirmishers, and that's a lot of them. Halberdiers behind, and trebuchets of course already hitting those castles. We have now Slam with a lot of Chukunu moving forward with the siege rams as well. The castle on the right hand side offering more protection to DraCoNT's army, and that siege ram is not able to approach the trebuchets, nor is the other one. And a nice bomber cannon shot against those Chukunu just standing around attacking the Halberdier, but that's pretty much it. Another castle most likely going down very fast now. Slam is in trouble, and DraCoNT is playing this really, really well. I'm impressed to see that only the fresh units and those ranged siege units are doing so much damage against Slam. Slam now decided, okay, I need to move in, I got the elite Chukunu upgrade, I have full attack power, I have full HP, I can try to win that fight now and maybe get rid of one of those castles, but it looks like DraCoNT is still able to keep his army numbers high enough that he's not even getting a scratch on those 4 trebuchets, and there's 3 bomber cannons as well. So DraCoNT playing really amazing here and is able to push Slam away even further. Now siege ram moving in, that could be the only danger really to those trebuchets, and I think though one of those 2 traps might go down, maybe both. The siege ram still has some HP left, and those trebuchets are actually not falling to the first siege ram but to the second one. That was a good attack by Slam. Siege rams is the key here, and I think with the siege rams and then ranged units behind it, Slam could be fine. Slam with, let's find out, not so many resources in the back. DraCoNT a lot here, and population capped. He could even go for Elite Cataphracts. That would be so awesome. But it's also a bit disrespect. It's not like DraCoNT has won this game. Slam maybe needs Elite Skirmishers of his own. I think that would be a good counter to everything there is. Problem is, they're more expensive for him, and he really doesn't want to have Elite Skirmishers as his main army. But we are on the point of this game where we need to transition into more trash and less gold units, other than Siege, of course. That was a huge shot against those Siege Rams. And we have DraCoNT moving forward with a few villages. Not sure. Yeah, he wants to build another castle, and he's actually doing so. Still got enough stone for 2 more castles, almost at least. And we have the trebuchets still hitting away at the buildings. We have Elite Chukunu still getting attacked by Elite Skirmishers. The good thing is the Siege Ram is taking quite a bit away from the attack power, of course. But Bombercans behind this, making sure the Siege Rams are actually falling. And DraCoNT was able to always get in like a small spot where his army or his full army is fighting. On the left hand side, not really anything happening, no ratings, nothing whatsoever. Both players are actually focusing on that main battle, and that castle is not going up easily, but I don't think Slam will be able to stop that castle, as he is about to lose another one of his own. And DraCoNT with 2 more castles in the bank, with not so many military units at this point. Looks like... Oh no, actually I'm wrong. Slam is low military numbers. It doesn't look like so much, but... And there is the Cavalier, soon to be Paladin, I imagine. So DraCoNT is saying, okay, I have all the resources. I can go for Paladin here. I want to finish this game. And I don't see too many units around, but they're moving in. A few Helvetists in the castle. I'm not sure why. Those trebuchets about to go down. Chukunu taking care of that, but Slam only with 1 castle left. And it's not easy to get a good army out when you don't have, or when you had the Elite Chukunu and then need to go for something else here. And then there's the Paladin on the field, soon to be at least, and those Paladin can actually win the game for DraCoNT now. That's like the 105 move, you can resign again, and that's actually what's happening. Slam fought well, but DraCoNT was better in this game, played amazing with the trash and siege, and in the end won against Slam in his first game out of 2, as I want to remind you. Next game probably gonna come up very soon. Hope you enjoyed this one, and see you in the next games then. GG.